Hello out there. We could see that the present situation of the country is very, very, very messy, and how the hardship and every other thing is thriving in the country at the moment. And it makes us hear different sad news as the day breaks. Like yesterday, we could see that in a community in Nasarawa State, we heard that village head, 2 police officers and 9 other persons were killed by bandits. Bandits attacked and took the lives of these persons. Well, this is a very sad one, and our heartfelt condolence goes out to the family of the bereaved, and the federal government has to look into this angle. Well, this is the CIA Corner here on TAF TV, where we make commentaries, investigations, and analysis. My name is Obed Jerry, your co-host for today, and let's look into the story. But before looking into the story, we'll go for a very quick break. And you can also be a part of the show. Do well to subscribe, turn on your notification button, connect with us across all our social media platforms. And if you have anything to add to it, or if you have a counter opinion as to why, or anything you have to say as regards this headline that we are discussing at the moment, please slide to our comment section and drop your comment. I'll be right back. Welcome back from that very quick break. Now, this sad story about the loss of lives in Nasarawa State broke out yesterday, where we got to hear that 2 police officers on duty, not like they were not on duty, 2 police officers on duty and a village head, maybe the chief in that community, was killed also alongside over 9 persons in that same community by bandits. Not like they had a clash, a war or anything. They were on their own, and these bandits invaded them, and on the process of the hustle and bustle through the police trying to invade, the police lost their lives also, and these persons from these communities lost their life. This now shows the level of insecurity that Nigeria has become. While we are struggling to meet up our daily needs, while we are struggling to survive through feeding, while we are struggling to make our ends meet, while we are battling with the removal of subsidy and how it has had a very high ripple effect on us, we are still striving to save our heads every day in our own house. If we are not safe in our own homes, I doubt where we would be safe. Now, this insecurity is now becoming a norm in Nigeria. While the day breaks, we hear today that lives are being lost. When another day comes, we hear the same news. We've not stayed, I doubt if we've stayed a whole month in Nigeria for the past 5 years without hearing that bandits attacked herdsmen or Boko Haram killed somebody. We've not stayed a month without hearing that. So this boils down to how our insecurity level has grown very high, and almost everyone in Nigeria has seen it like it's nothing. We see the loss of lives and properties like it's chicken and other livestock that are being killed. This insecurity and is even one of the out of the 17-point demand that the NLC was clamoring for after they called off their strike yesterday. Now let's deviate a little bit and look into the NLC side. Although the NLC has put many Nigerians to shame, they have disgraced many Nigerians, because many concerned Nigerians that do not have that liberty to come out, to hit to the street, to protest about these basic needs that we are entitled to as bona fide citizens of the country. The NLC was supposed to, like they say, they would embark on protests from 27th and even today, 28th, just a 2-day protest. And just yesterday, they called off the strike and the protest, and many persons were disheartened and disappointed because they expected the protest to be complete before they make their plight known to the federal government, and then see if the federal government will heed to these demands. Well, insecurity is part of what they are clamoring for. The federal government should look into the insecurity level of the country. The federal government should look into the hardship. The federal government should open borders for the importation of food and other amenities that we Nigerians are using. They are not saying that the federal government should make free food available. They are not saying the federal government should make things free in the country, because we know that even in Freetown, there is nothing free. Now, these things should be accessible to everybody, to every average Nigerian, for the common man. They said the insecurity level is even thriving. And aside looking at life from the township level, where it looks all rosy, where you see fleets of cars and houses and skyscrapers and other business ventures and all whatnot, if we look at the rural communities, these local areas, in communities, in local places, we would see that these people are going through so much and not even having full access to basic amenities like drinkable water, high security level, good houses, electricity also. And most of them, even if concerned Nigerians want to protest, they are the ones that are even supposed to lead this protest because they suffer times 10 of what we in the township suffer. Yet they hardly say anything about it. They just want to live. They just want to do their business. They just want to survive. Now let's leave the NLC angle and look at this agricultural sector in general. We know that Nigeria is recording a low level of agricultural success since 10, 20 years ago. During the Obasanjo's era, agriculture was thriving more than 50% in Nigeria compared to how it is now. Now we could see that from the whole populace of over 200 million, like 10 to 15 million, less than 20% of the citizens in Nigeria are focusing on the agricultural sector as means of livelihood. Aside the ones planting, focusing on agriculture, doing the farming for survival, those ones that do it for cash, those ones that do it as their business, they are at a low level. Yet these few number are even going through challenges. The government is not even supporting them through loans and grants, through helping them with fertilizers and other amenities that they use to help grow the agricultural sector. Yet they are always begging the government, at least assist these people. If you want the agricultural sector, it is even rare for you to see the federal government hosting agricultural seminar where they call people that are into the agricultural business and new people, prospective people that ought to be in these businesses, to educate them on the positivity and the benefits of thriving the agricultural sector. Because we know in agriculture there is huge benefit. For the fact that you are even feeding yourself through agriculture is a huge benefit. Then before looking at the financial gains you make from it and the name you make for yourself from it also. Now these people, while battling with having their buying things they need, the renting of tractors, buying fertilizers, now they are still fighting against bandits and herdsmen that we see in situations whereby herdsmen will storm farmlands and destroy crops, destroy properties, destroy even lives of these low number of farmers. While instead of we to make this farming rate in Nigeria increase, these herdsmen are making the rates of farming decrease in Nigeria, and it's leading to more hardship and more hunger. Yet the federal government is not opening the borders for importation of foreign food. And we know that if they open border for importation of food, there will be excess food in the country, but it's still a yardstick for some Nigerians that overuse privileges to start importing contraband goods, to start importing inferior goods, and this is at the detriment of our health and our lives. Now, these farmers are not even safe. Now they are using their own money to fund their farming, to fund their environment, to fund their lifestyles, their local lifestyle that they don't even spend up to the minimum wage in a month. Yet they are having issues of insecurity and all whatnot. We have even seen situations whereby these villagers have been attacked to the extent of them fleeing and leaving their homes and their communities and their farmlands. The only means whereby they survive, they have to flee and leave it for months and even up to a year and 2 years, while the federal government are we to assume that the federal government is not giving them much attention like they ought to, because they are at the local communities, that their voices are not being heard. That is one of the reasons why we are here to make commentaries on it, to let the federal government know that they have to look into this angle. While we tackle insecurity should be at the minimal level so that we would know that we are only thriving to build our economy, and hunger is another thing that we are looking out to. We cannot be fighting so many wars at a time. Now, this also from another angle boils down to the aspect of joblessness in the country, because I feel like if there's enough job to keep the youths, to keep these young ones busy, if there are enough occupations, there are industries, there are factories to keep these persons busy every day, and they see ways to earn, I doubt if the insecurity level in the country will go at this high rate it is going at the moment. Now, looking at that sad story again that says 9 lives were lost, and the village chief and 2 police officers. These police officers were on duty, not like they were just random police officers, they were on duty. Now, these police officers, these village chiefs, these 9 persons, they are family members to people. They are some people's fathers, brothers, siblings. Now, imagine their family getting to hear this very sad story, all because they were on their own, not like there was a conflict, not like there was a war or something else. We've seen in times past in different states where these same kinds of stories have thrived, when bandits would attack villages, attack communities, and even attack schools. We heard sometime last year when they attacked a school and had to abduct over 100 students at a go. The government is not giving full attention towards this angle, because these lives, these persons, it's a democratic government, and these persons are the people, the government themselves. Now we are making the plights of this local rural community area being known to the federal government, and you out there, it boils down to you and I also. If you see situations like this, if you have information like this, please do well to relate it to the government. And if you have different measures to which the federal government can help these rural, these local communities, you can also drop your comments in the comment section, and it will be known. It is our duty to be a good Nigerian and a patriotic Nigerian. Yes, this is the CIA Corner here on TAP TV. My name is Obed Jerry, your co-host for today.